really know that man or woman of your dreams. Well, Kimberly Knights thought that she knew all there was to know about her new husband, but as Scott Rappaport tells us, she was dead wrong.
Bethlehem is a peaceful town frequented by poet laureates and known as the poetry capital of New Hampshire. For newlyweds Kimberly Knights and Donald Ray Lother Jr., their future read like a love poem.
He just looked right into my eyes and saw a guy that was really in love with me.
On August 28th, Don and Kim were married, but only 11 days later, Kimberly's life was torn apart.
We left work in Lisbon, about 20 minutes from our home, and never returned home again.
Don worked at the DCI furniture factory, where co-workers like his supervisor, Robert Ricker, knew him as a hard worker who was expecting a child, while also helping to care for Brianna, Kim's 2-year-old daughter.
We all knew we had a family coming about, so he was more than willing to work any overtime we asked of him.
He couldn't wait for the baby to be born, hoping that it was a boy, wanted it to be named the third.
Don punched out at 4:23 p.m., leaving his frantic wife with no idea of what could have happened. Kim, fearing the worst, contacted the New Hampshire State Police.
She was very upset, didn't know where her husband had gone to, was concerned that either something bad had happened to him or he was hurt.
If Kimberly didn't have enough to worry about, a trip to the bank revealed the painful truth.
They said, oh yeah, we're aware of it. We've closed your checking account because you're overdrawn.
Kim now realized that not only had Don abandoned her, it appeared he had scammed her as well. Kim says Don left her penniless and quickly began writing one bad check after another.
Well, I thought that I had all my checks. Obviously, I don't.
We've been able to determine that he's written in excess of $3,000 of checks on what was their joint account.
Kimberly was now determined to find out where her husband had gone. A credit check turned up a phone number for Donald Ray Lother Jr. in the rural community of Booth, West Virginia.
I said, hi, this is Kim Lother calling. I'm calling from Bethlehem, New Hampshire. I'm calling in regards to my husband, Donald Ray Lother Jr. And the kid says, well, I'm Donald Ray Lother Jr.
I was like, who is this person? Why does she call me? How'd she get my name? I mean, I thought it was Frank first. Woman called me and said my husband or something. I was missing. Why you telling me for? Right?
All I could say was, oh my gosh, what has happened to me? What has happened to me?
After Kim described her husband, Donald told her that he and her husband briefly roomed together and that his wallet had been stolen. Donald said that he too was a victim. And for Kim, the horrifying news sunk in.
My husband's an imposter. What do I do?
We spoke with West Virginia State Police, and it became increasingly clear that the gentleman that she thought she had married was not so, and he was using an alias.
In the neighboring university city of Morgantown, Kim's story made headlines. At first, Linda Thorman read in disbelief, but the photograph left no doubt in her mind that Kim's husband, Don, was her fiancé, Danny Mitchell Stevens. She and Stevens dated for a year, and just before the Memorial Day weekend, he vanished.
I felt very betrayed. I still feel betrayed, because that means, according to all of this, that means, our whole relationship, intimacies and all were nothing. We're just all lies and a scam.
West Virginia State Trooper John Antelope issued an arrest warrant for Danny Mitchell Stevens. He had allegedly written over $14,000 in bad checks on his and Linda's joint account.
He is a con man, and what he is, he's just preying on the female victims that he has thus far.
Though police are still trying to establish Don and Danny's true identity, they are optimistic.
Leads are coming in. We're getting phone calls from people in the community. The other leads are coming in conjunction with working with the New Hampshire State Police.
We'll find him before we're done. It may take some time.
But for these two women, drawn together as unwitting victims by what police say is a cruel con man, life will never be the same.
I would just love to just knock the Biden. I'm so angry. that he did this, and not only to me. You know, he did it to someone else, and I know there's more of us. I know there.
Every night I'm waking up in nightmares crying. I go in and check on my baby. I would like to know who I married, why he married me, and why he's done this stuff to me.
Well, whoever this guy is, police say they don't believe he's violent, but they are looking for him, and they hope this report will help uncover some clues.